So, I don't know. We do all these shows for the corporations and stuff, and they're really nice events and stuff. They always have a spa at these resorts. And I don't much like a massage or anything, but have you all checked out the food items on a menu at a spa? They are making stuff up with food items to make us feel healthy, right? There is no research that a lemon sugar body polish will make you healthy, right? We'll do it though. We'll tell our friends, oh yeah, I just got the paraffin wrap. For an extra $1, they stuck a wick in me.
I hate paperwork, but I'm a big fan of contracts. 4 times in the last 6 months, I've had mistakes on the date that I was supposed to speak at an event. Luckily, I had a contract that showed that I had the correct date. It was the client's issue. One group had my contract listing me as speaking on a Tuesday, but when their agenda came out, I was on a Wednesday. Yeah, I was booked across the country on Wednesday, so that wasn't possible. I had the right date, so I got a replacement speaker for the event, and I rebooked it for this year. Another group mixed up on the date and had me coming in a day early for a week of emceeing. They're fine with me hanging out at the resort for a day early. I am too. Yeah, the third contract mix-up was the other week when the group had me speaking on a different day of their conference. They acknowledged it was their mistake, and due to it costing over $1,000 to change my flight, they opted to just change their agenda and put me on the day before. And my final contract snafu this time period was about a month ago. I saw on the agenda that the group had me speaking on Saturday morning, but my contract said Sunday morning. Yeah, it turned out to be a mistake on the agenda, so I was on the right day. These contracts have saved me a lot, which is why when someone wants to do something on a handshake, I just can't. Years ago, I got a call from an agent I'd never met. He had a group that was near me in Los Angeles, and they wanted to book me. He had a smaller fee for them, less than I usually get, but I said, no problem, I'll do the event so that the agent can see me in action and maybe I'll get more bookings. Great. He gave me the date and the time and said everything was set. A couple weeks later, another agent called me with an event across the country on the same day, and it was full fee. Now, I called the first agent and I told him I'd still do his gig, but I need a contract within 24 hours. The industry standard for speaking is called a 24-hour first refusal. If one group wants you for a date and then another group comes in later asking about that date, the first group gets 24 hours to say yay or nay. Now, in this case, the first agent got angry. Yeah, he said he doesn't do contracts and he didn't want to bug his client. He said, I'm booked and that's that. I said, I understand that, but I got to have a contract so I feel comfortable turning down this other gig, just in case something happens with his gig. We went back and forth for a few minutes and neither of us was budging. Finally, I came up with what I thought was a good solution. I said, fine, you don't want to bug your client for a contract. How about you give me a contract guaranteeing me the money? That way, if your client bails, I still get paid. Well, he hated that idea. He's like, well, no, because there's always the chance it could not happen. I said, that's my point, and that's why I want a contract. The agent got furious. He started screaming at me so badly I was in tears. My friend Frank King was with me at the time, and even he couldn't believe how nice I was being and how awful this guy was being. After I hung up, Frank said, Jan, you've been so conciliatory to this guy, and he's not budging. There's nothing else you can do. The fight left me feeling really bad, but after 24 hours and not hearing from the first agent, I took the other gig. The takeaway from this is always cover yourself, even if you're getting pressure not to. Don't be tempted to cut this corner, even if you're good friends with the person. I have an easy one-page agreement, and I insist on getting it signed. I put on it the time frame I'm speaking, as well as the date and the day of the week, like Wednesday or Thursday, so that everything is crystal clear. As I mentioned, this has saved me many times. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Feel free to check out my website, theworklady.com. This is Jan. Take care and enjoy your journey.